Yep, so I'll be sharing screen for the presentation.
Yep, and I'll start us off. So we're here to present Duke Notify, previously known as the Code Plus Communications tool, and we're very eager to present our last 10 weeks worth of progress to you. So if you have any questions, we'll ask you to hold them till the very end. Real quick, I'd just like our teammates to introduce themselves with their name and their years.
Hi everyone, I'm Alex, I'm a rising sophomore.
Hi, I'm Gashna, I'm also a rising sophomore.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I'm also a rising sophomore.
I'm Lucy, I'm rising junior.
I'm Reese, I'm a rising sophomore, and I'd also like to give a quick shout out to Harry and Liz, our project leads. So, what is Notify? Well, right now, there are many services at Duke that would like to reach as many students as possible. And as it stands currently, the only way to do this is through email. But the problem is not many students reliably check their emails. And as one of our stakeholders pointed out to us, even less so during summer break. So Duke Notify seeks to empower students with a centralized tool to toggle between different notification methods. So we have support for SMS, email digest, Microsoft Teams, paging, and even an in-house app. So we definitely think that this app fulfills a need in the Duke community that could benefit both service owners and students alike.
Here is a web wireframe of our landing page. So you can see that one of our main features is a matrix. And in the first column, we have a list of different services, such as Duke VCM, IT alerts, and Sakai notifications. And then in the later columns, there's a different preferences that the user can choose to receive notifications through. So for example, Duke VCM, the user has chosen to receive email notifications. And for Sakai notifications, the user has chosen all three preferences. Whereas for some services, such as recreation and physical education, SMS or other services may not be available. And in the next page, you can see that we have our mobile wireframe, which uses vertical scrolling instead. And this is going to be demoed in our next slide.
Now I'll be going over our mobile application. So here you can see we have our Duke Notify app, and once you enter your login information, you'll be taken to our home page. One of the great things about our mobile app is how it's a very portable, convenient way to view all of your Duke-centered notifications in one place. So here you can see that we have VCM, COVID alert, and even Sakai notifications. You can drag to refresh this page, swipe right in order to archive notifications you don't want, and even swipe left in order to pin notifications you want to the very top. You can also view all of your archives over here or go back to our main page. If you decide that you want to change a couple notification methods for certain services, you can do so by going to our services page. So if I want to receive SMS from IT alerts, I can go ahead and check this box, and I will start receiving SMS notifications from IT alerts from now on.
So next, Gashna and I will be going over a quick demo for our web app.
So here's the main landing page meant for all users of Duke Notify. On the top, we have a navigation bar that allows users to easily navigate between the different pages that we offer. The navigation bar differs based on whether or not a user is logged in as an admin. Since currently we're logged in as an admin, we can see all of the 4 different pages. However, if we were logged in as a student or general user, we would only be able to see the home page, the services page, and an activity log of simply our own activities. On our main page, we have a matrix that allows users to indicate their notification method preferences for every service that they're registered to. So for example, users can choose to receive their VCM notifications through some combination of email and Notify app notification methods. However, VCM has chosen not to allow users to receive notifications through SMS, Teams, digest, or paging, and so those options are currently unavailable. Also, as you can see, the SMS checkbox for emergency alerts is disabled and has a red highlight around it. This is because currently we don't have our phone number entered under settings, and so we are unable to receive SMS notifications. However, if we add it in there, this option will become immediately available to us. The Notify app notification method represents our in-app push notifications. By using this notification method, users can receive all of their notifications in one centralized location. either through our iOS app or the notifications table on the right-hand side of this page.
So this is our service page, which contains all services that has registered with our app. Any user can create a service. However, only a service owner can edit or disable a service. So for the service that the current user owns, our team has also implemented a test feature that allows the user to send a message to any recipient in the system in order to test if the service is working. So for example, I can send a message through Arts Club to myself. And since for the Arts Club, I have checked both email and Notify app as the notification message, I'll be able to see the in-app notification on the right-hand side of the panel, and I'll be receiving an email from the from the Arts Club through the Notify app.
The activity log keeps track of all the activities that take place on our app. So for example, if someone sends a message, creates a service, edits a service, or creates a notification method, all of that is recorded here. We've also implemented a search feature to make it easier to navigate between the different activities. And we can search by name, service name, date, etc. The activity log looks different based on whether or not a user is logged in as an admin. Since currently we are logged in as an admin, we can see all of the different activities from any user who has ever logged into our app. But if we were logged in as a student or a general user, we would only be able to see a log of our own activities.
So this is the page for our notification methods. This page is for admins only, and it's a way to easier to track our notification methods easily. So currently we have 6 notification methods implemented, which are email, our in-house app, SMS, Teams, Digest, and paging. So this is the end of our web app demo, and we're going back to the slides.
Now we're going to be going over some of the tools that we use to build our app and plan for it as well. So here you can see that our top row, we have our web tech stack. We use a Ruby on Rails framework for our web backend, along with HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and Bootstrap for our frontend, and a Postgres database. For our mobile app, we use Swift, and we use GraphQL and Apollo in order to connect our web backend to our mobile front end. As for planning, we use Figma in order to create the wireframes that you saw earlier. And so this was just a very convenient way to be able to map out where we wanted our different features and how we wanted the interface to look before actually coding our app. We also use GitLab and GitLab issues for version control and for keeping track of who's doing which task. And this was especially useful because we're working remote this year so that we could just communicate more efficiently with each other. We use Notion to organize our workspace. So this is where we kept all of our documents, our notes, and our resources to look back upon. And we use Whimsical in order to create different types of flowcharts and user flows in order to see how a user would navigate our website.
So what have we learned throughout the 10-week program? So the first thing we've learned obviously is technical skills. The students in our group, we really didn't have any experience with web app development or iOS app development before the program. And so through the 10 weeks now we learned Ruby on Rails, HTML, CSS, Swift, and now we all feel comfortable using these tools in the future. And then in addition to these skills, we've learned plenty of soft skills. So for example, presentation skills. We've had to do this presentation probably close to 9 times. And each time we've updated, revised, and improved based on feedback and our new features. And so also we've learned how to properly work as a group, especially with this online Code Plus program. It's been very, very hard to keep everybody on the same page. And so using the organizational tools such as GitLab issues and Notion really helped everybody stay on task, know what each other are doing, and to work efficiently. What are our next steps? So we want to continue developing the iOS app. The iOS app is close to completion, and so if we did have more time or if we are working more in the fall, we would like to complete that. So also the web app, we would like to make it more user-friendly. We've spent a lot of the past week or two working on that, and so I think that there's always space to improve, to make it look a little bit cleaner, to make it a little bit more intuitive, and so there's always work that can be done on that. And we would like to also fully implement Microsoft Teams. It is close to being fully implemented, but it is currently the only notification method that doesn't completely work. And so we would like to finish implementing that. And then lastly, we would like to find services and or users to beta test with us. And so this would make sure that our app is actually effective and useful in a real world scenario. So we'd like to thank a few people. We'd like to thank Falabian, Aaron, and Hugh for helping us with our mobile app. And we would like to also thank Jen and Isabel for putting the program on, and for everybody who's helped Code Plus on virtual become a thing. And so we'd also like to thank Liz and Harry, our project leads. They've been very, very helpful. They've made sure that we haven't had any blockers and that we could always get stuff done. And so big thanks to them. And that's the end of our presentation. If anybody has any questions, you can ask them now.
That was awesome.
Great job, you guys.
I heard a rumor that some of this might be used in the not too distant future, some of the infrastructure on this. So I think this is pretty, this is something that will probably one of the first things that goes into production in some way at Duke. Have you?
Liz, you want to talk about it?
Sure. I think everybody's probably heard about the COVID-19 app or responses that people that are on campus are going to be answering questions about their health every day, and they'd like some way to remind people if they haven't filled out their daily questionnaire that they need to do that. And like our team was saying, students are easiest to reach using something like SMS or text messaging instead of just sending an email. So I think this app is going to be used to send out the text portions of those reminders. So that is very soon, possibly next week. So yeah, very exciting. I'm glad they wrote this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Fantastic.
Just in time. Good timing, guys.
Perfect timing. Yeah.
So I can already envision a need for an Android app.
Yeah, well, actually they didn't, I don't think we showed it, but this, the responsiveness of their website is really great, and it looks good on an Android app because 2 of our members are Android only, so.
Yeah, so me and Alex are actually the Android users of the group. So we personally lobbied for responsiveness on the website so that Android users could use it on their own phones.
Yeah.
But as for the app, it's going to be iOS.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I can see if I can show the responses.
Oh, okay.
This is like what it would look like on a phone, I guess.
Right, so it doesn't look too bad, and you can get the notifications.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks pretty responsive. Nice.
So this is one of the things that we would like to improve on. So we like thought about the Android users, and we said, okay, well, Android phone users have nothing to do other than just on the website. And so we tried our best to make the matrix page responsive, but it was a bit hard because of the fact that we didn't really envision it in a phone view. We envisioned it for a desktop. And so it's extremely hard to make a large table fit on a small phone. There's not a lot of real estate. Mm-hmm. And so this is one of the things that if we had more time, we could improve a little bit farther. But this is our temporary solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Awesome.
Exactly.
Awesome. Any questions?
So is this something that, so let's say I develop an application and I want to integrate with your platform to send out notifications. Is this something as it stands right now that I could safely transit like sensitive electronic information? Liz is
a hard question.
Right.
Well, I'm wondering how sensitive. If you
let's start with passwords.
Let's
start with password reset. Let's start with there. Let's work our way back to health information.
Would you send that through an SMS in any instance? I mean, I guess.
Well, I'm talking like email is an option, right? Like I have the option to choose how it goes out. Because like typically it would just go straight from the application to the user through whatever channel it was. So now we have like this middleman step. And I love the idea that, right, I can just send notifications to this platform and then the users can decide how they want to get that. I love that. But my question, I guess, is can I safely put, like I said, like a forgot your password or here's your new pass, like that kind of information through that? Is that something you guys have had like discussions about?
So I would say no, we did not have discussion about content of the message, really, like a payload.
Sure.
I assume that in coming days, that discussion may take place about when service registered with this tool, there might be some agreement or something you have to go through that allows to send this password or secure content through this tool. Our tool, we never anticipated to be responsible for content. It's really services can call our APIs to send things out, which otherwise they would not have any other way.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a valid question, but not yet.
Denai, if you were my customer, I would encourage you to send maybe something like a one-time time-sensitive password through our tool.
Sure,
that they could then use to get the real password. We shouldn't be sending that stuff through email in any case, I don't think. Sitting in somebody's mail bucket somewhere on some host.
I love the application though. Like as a developer here, I can definitely see the use case. I think you guys did a really good job on it. Well done.
Yeah, I think after the COVID thing, the next thing we'll do is VCM, which Denai works on, so he can enjoy that too. So.
And I think Duke Hub, the SIS office, is very interested in using this as well to send out notices from Duke Hub.
Yep.
Which is exciting.
Oh, we have a question from the chat.
Yeah.
So did we experience any challenges during the course of the project? And if so, how do we overcome them? So personally, I'll just have a quick answer for me. Just since that I didn't really have any experience programming in terms of web app programming, I took a little bit of CS in high school and I took CS 101 at Duke. So I had a little bit of experience, but nothing with Ruby on Rails or web app development. And so just learning everything from the ground up and applying as you're learning was a little bit tough, but as I got the hang of it, it got a lot better. So that was my main issue.
Yeah, so I think that I think that we adapted very quickly to the remote online program. So I wouldn't say that was like that much of a struggle because it was pretty smooth. I think our biggest struggle was as far as this goes, like technical, more technical based. So I definitely agree with Alex. I think Ruby on Rails was like learning back-end development was definitely more difficult. But this was really a process that rewarded collaboration and working together with your group. So we were able to really help each other through like our daily meetings. And I think that in the end, we benefited from that.
Sorry, anyone else on challenges?
Yashna, how about mobile stuff?
Yeah, Lisa and I were working on the mobile end, and I thought that was a pretty challenging part for us, especially because we started the mobile piece a lot later than we started our web piece, and a lot later than like other groups had started their mobile piece. So we felt kind of behind in that sense. And since both of our project leads are mainly web developers, it was much harder to get help. And so we were really thankful to Falabian, Aaron, and Hugh for all the help that they've given us on that end. But that was definitely like a lot of working together and Googling and using resources, like all the resources we had available to us.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with everything that Gashna said. I guess because we didn't have like formal training for the Xcode side, we kind of had to learn how to use it and like learn how to build the app at the same time. So that was a bit of a learning curve. But we're very lucky to have like Falabian, Hugh, and Aaron as mobile developers to help us out as well. And I think that like this kind of taught us how to ask for help and how to ask the proper questions in order to get what we needed to get done.
Yeah. That's awesome.
One other thing I must say, some of them are West Coasters and others are East. So the collaboration was just awesome to see that, you know, little bit of day and night difference went away in this process, and you could see them hanging out in Zoom room at night or early mornings just to get work done. So yeah, great job.
Way to go. Way to go. I'm so very impressed with all of the presentations today. I'm thrilled of the work you've done. I'm going to miss these presentations, you know, and seeing how things progress. But, well, no, because a lot of these projects are going to progress. So that's what I'm very excited about, is to see what happens next. And again, a big shout out to all of the team leads. We couldn't have done it without you. Isabel and Joao, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen.
And thank you. And to the students, way to go. I'm just, again, how you, in 10 weeks, just take a step back and reflect on what you accomplished and the impact you will make on the Duke community with your tools. Just astounding. Thank you. With that, I'll say we've recorded these, so we will be posting them for folks to check out. We also are encouraging the students to, I keep wanting to say profiles, but portfolios, to build up your portfolios. It's such a very important part going forward, is to document what you've done, document what your teammates have done, and your experiences. And our ultimate goal is so that you have a strong industry internship next year. So, way to go. I feel so proud.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take good care.
Thank you.
Bye. Hope to see you soon.
Stay healthy and safe.
Thank you.
And see you on campus soon, I hope.